For over a decade, one of our display windows looked like this. But nothing lasts forever. See the Svengoolie tribute window at Alternate Reality.
Stick around, coming right up is DC News number 157. It's going to be an all DC update. We're going to talk about the wrapping up of Trinity Wars. We're going to talk about Martian Manhunter. He's been featured a lot in Trinity Wars, and he's going to get a big thumbs up after it's over with. Also, we're going to talk about Lights Out for the Green Lantern Corps. American Vampire is going to get an anthology, and the possible return of Wednesday Comics. All that and more coming right up. Here at Alternate Reality, for every $50 you ring up over there on the register, we're going to give you one of these, an Alternate Reality back issue book. Now, each back issue book is good for $5 worth of either boxed back issues, clearance comics, or variant cover sets. Now, these are good forever. They never expire, and you can either use them one at a time or bank them all up and come in and do a shopping spree. That's just another way that your money works harder here at Alternate Reality.
Try something new in your life. Get into DC Comics. And here to help you is Comic Book Man and Bo with some comic book news.
Correct me if I get political. DC Comic Book News, episode 157, Friends, Enemies, and Calliope Jockeys.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. Bo!
Yeah.
What time is it?
DC News time.
DC News time! And we're coming to you on the road once again. We're still visiting the defunct comic book shops in the south side of the city of Chicago, and we're stopping at Oak Lawn Comics. Oak Lawn Comics existed in the suburb of Oak Lawn from 1986 to 1988. I have a special connection to that. If you go back to news number 150, we were in front of Dietz and Joff's Comic Book Emporium, which is where I first started working. The owner of Dietz and Joff Comic Book Emporium, Dietz and Joff, they opened Oak Lawn Comics, which was in that white building right behind my shoulder over there across the street. And like I said, it was open from 86 to 88. Then it went out of business, but during those 2 years, folks from all over Oak Lawn would come to Oak Lawn Comics to buy their books. But today, where do they go? You know where they go. Alternate Reality, located at the intersection of 111th and Kenzie, beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all my new DC Comics are always 15% off every day for everyone. This DC update, we're going to start off with the end of Trinity War, and it's going to wrap up with what?
Every thread from all the Justice League titles that has been dangling since all of them started will be wrapped up so that Forever Evil can happen. It will also, when everything's all said and done, find out what Pandora's role exactly was in the rebooting of the universe. Was she the person behind Flashpoint, the New 52?
Yes.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe not. One of the characters that's being featured prominently in Trinity War is John Jones, the Martian Manhunter.
Yes, suppose he's going to get a brand new series in 2014 that will be written by Jeff Lemire, who apparently has way too much free time on his hands, so it'll be like the 5th book he's working on.
DC likes him, and he likes DC apparently. Meanwhile, over in the Green Lantern universe, Lights Out is coming, all you Green Lanterns. Bo, what's Lights Out?
Lights Out, we find out that the Relic will stop the Green Lantern Corps from using their light powers, because those light strikes.
How?
And by doing so,
how?
Well, he's got machines and stuff, and he's going to try to block the light.
And he's going to make the light go out of the lanterns.
And the power batteries going to start going out one by one.
Wasn't
poof,
that complicated?
Poof, and then poof.
And poof.
Although, however, this will not involve Alan Scott. He's not involved in this thing at all.
And some will go pop.
It'll also show what it means to be a White Lantern, because apparently the White Lantern isn't affected by all this and have a big effect on Kyle Rayner, who's the only White Lantern.
Over on the Vertigo side of things, American Vampire has got a what coming out?
Well, they got an anthology book coming out, and it was basically blabbed out that Jason Aaron, who still is under a Marvel exclusive, will be contributing a story to that anthology because Marvel said, it's a short story, you're working on a whole bunch of other stuff, it's cool with us.
Okay. And we're going to wrap things up with Wednesday Comics. Remember Wednesday Comics, a great big newspaper that DC did 12 issues of? They're thinking about bringing it back.
Well, they're talking about doing a sequel. They haven't figured out exactly which teams would work on it. And editor Mark Chiarello has to decide whether he wants to do it or not. If Chiarello says yes, we may be seeing Wednesday Comics in 2014 or 2015.
I loved Wednesday Comics. I thought it was a great format, a little clumsy, a little odd, but
a little
just as a retailer, a little clumsy to work with. But the product itself, I thought was great.
Good variety, and it was a good introduction.
It was very, very good stuff.
It was real good stuff. And that's it. We're done with Finish Around here. No more DC News. Go to the store's website. Check out all the DC News Bo sends me that I post up there. Bo!
Yes?
Tell him.
Sarah, let him know. I'm going to get a jacket. It's cold out.
Hey, maybe if I'm the only one who knows this, maybe it's time for a raise. www.myalternatereality.com. So what's that worth?
So stop off at the store's website, check out all his news. Until next time, this is Comic Book Man. And that was Bo. That's Bo saying, see ya, Brian. Bye.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.